Uncensored. Sponsored by BrownsCar.com.
105.7 The Fan.
Injury Report is brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Central Maryland. In pain? Contact the experts at Orthopedic Associates of Central Maryland at mdbonedocs.com. Care this good feels good to the bone. Injury Report.
And joining us now, Dr. Ralph Zade. And Doc, thanks as always for joining us.
I was working in front offices and stuff. When the doctor would come and say bone bruise, I'd say, because bone bruises seem like they take time, and once I heard that, and even my wife said the same thing. He's not playing,
Lamar,
with a bone bruise, because she said he's still got a sprained ankle besides the bone bruise.
Yeah, I mean, that's what everybody's asking about. So sprained ankle typically isn't too bad in and of itself, normally, as long as it's not like a high ankle.
Yes, lower ankle, yeah.
2-3 weeks maybe, it depends kind of person to person, injury to injury. Bone bruises are pretty, they can be up to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And, again, unfortunately, it's not like you're, person going back to a desk job, you're pounding on it. And so any kind of symptoms from a bone bruise, you're going to feel it. I think that it's a day-by-day, week-by-week kind of thing.
What do you do for rehab for the bone bruise?
I mean, for the most part, other than, your therapy modalities, icing it, NSAIDs, all that kind of stuff, it's honestly just a little bit of time. It's not like as much of an ankle sprain where you can kind of rehab the ligaments a little bit more, do some proprioceptive stuff. It's just got to give it a little bit of time to heal.
Just an update, Lamar's not even out there practicing yet, so he's not playing today.
Never was.
Yeah. Doctor, I want to know about Calais Campbell's got something going with the thigh, has not practiced in 2 weeks. Just your best guess, what's going on with him?
I think it might be a hamstring. I think typically they kind of often will denote when it's a quad, and usually when they say thigh, it's more like hamstring related. I would imagine that's probably a 2-3 week thing. So, I bet probably next week. I bet probably after this game he's going to be, on the road to recovery. It's kind of like a sprain. It takes a little bit of time, a little bit of rehab.
Now, Doc, with Aaron Rodgers with the pinky toe, I'm guessing because he doesn't practice during the week that he gets shot up for the game. And that's why he says, and that's why at night after the game is painful, and because the wears off.
They also talked about they put this special thing in his shoe, which basically kind of locks the toe in place.
Yeah, what's keep shooting it?
Yeah.
Like he said, can't feel, like he doesn't even feel anything. And they said, well, most people in Green Bay don't feel their feet.
You can put like a steel shank insert or something, basically,
right,
like it doesn't let you bend at that joint. Most of the time it's not necessarily a huge problem. You just, like you said, kind of got to get through the pain.
That's what he said. It was all pain threshold. So I'm guessing that they shoot his toe up for the game.
It depends on, I guess, how bad things look, but it's possible, to do that symptomatically to get him through it, and then put a steel shank insert or something in so he's not bending.
Because otherwise he'd practice if he would, because he doesn't practice at all. So I'm guessing that he can play because they shoot it up. Is my guess.
Or they don't want to irritate it too much during the week.
Yeah.
Get him kind of his best point to go, and then it's going to hurt by the end of a few hours here.
Dr. Ralph Zade, as always, thank you so much for your time. Happy holidays to you.
Thank you, guys. You too.
All right, Doc.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Baltimore Gameday Uncensored pregame show live at the Jamison Fan Zone right here at the Horseshoe Casino. We come back, we'll climb the depth chart. Man, there's some guys climbing the depth chart this week. We go behind enemy lines, and we get our first look at the weather with meteorologist Vinny Serrato. It's Baltimore Gameday Uncensored pregame. We're with you till 4 here on The Fan.
Fall is here, and that means one thing: Jamison Ginger in game time. Whether you're catching